Well, it's full steam ahead here at Eagle Farm as we prepare for a huge 2 days at headquarters over the weekend. First of all, Derby Day for Moet and Shandong on Saturday, and then Melbourne Cup Day Tuesday for Canadian Club. We look forward to welcoming thousands of you here to Eagle Farm over the 2 days as we take in the great racing from down south and also some great local racing action as well. But first this week, let's look at Apache Chase, Queensland's great hope in the $7.5 million Golden Eagle at Rosehill on Saturday.
It's a pretty exciting week coming up. We've got Apache going down to run in the Golden Eagle on Saturday. These races don't come around that much. It's good that Jimmy's going down to ride him, to stay associated with him. As I said, he's done everything super, his work's been first class. So yeah, no, it's going to be really exciting to get him down there, and hopefully we can just have a little bit of luck, and if everything goes good, I think he's going to be there right at the end.
Hi guys, I'm Matt from Forster Racing. Apache Chase coming up Saturday weekend, the Golden Eagle. Really looking forward to what he produces in Sydney. The horse is dead set flying this prep. He's done everything right. His work's been sensational. He's improved out of sight, mature-wise, relaxing. Doesn't need to lead. He can take a set, he can just ride wherever he's comfortable. I think next Saturday week he will be very, very hard to beat, and I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be an exciting week.
Well, it's been a huge spring for Stradbroke season graduates both in Sydney and in Melbourne, and we're hoping the trend can continue on Saturday and Tuesday. Apache Chase and Private Eye had a big contingent that come out of Stradbroke season going to the Golden Eagle, and down south Tutu Kako runs in the Victoria Derby, and Tafane, the Stradbroke season heroine, tries to add another Group 1 in the Empire Rose Stakes. And then of course on Tuesday, it's all about incentivise. Can he make it 10 in a row and complete this wonderful fairy tale that began here back in May and June?
He seems to be a horse that just beats them easy no matter what he competes against. But when he does it to the really good horses, that's when I'll be convinced.
What's it going to take for you to get excited?
Well, if he runs a handy race on Saturday, and if he gets back in the field and runs on strongly, well, you'd be saying, yeah, we've got a real viable proposition.
But Incentivise is coming away, 4 lengths in front, and Incentivise, what a star, won the Caulfield Cup from non-conformist.
Yeah, well, Jimmy Atkins used to always say when I sat with him in the box that a little bit of luck's worth $1 million, and we must have had that because, you know, we've been on a good run for sure.
Here at Windermere, you're a commercial breeder for a long time. You changed tacks some years ago to just breed to race and breed your own. Is there extra satisfaction in that this horse is entirely the product of what you've done here at Windermere?
I guess with any winner it is. Yeah, for me, if you're doing the hard yards and you feed them on a Sunday morning when you'd like to be asleep, there is extra satisfaction in that way, but not that much more than just winning a race on a Saturday, even in Toowoomba or in Brisbane. It's just nice to see reward for your efforts.
Well, it's not just racing action that happens at Eagle Farm and Doomben. In more recent times, the BRC's taken in a few lifestyle projects as well. One of those is Heartfit, which happens here at Eagle Farm every Tuesday and Thursday. We're here with Bruce Collins from Heartfit. Now, if you go around the BRC, some mornings you might see some people doing some exercise. Bruce is the man behind it. How did this all come about, Bruce?
Well, Nathan, Eagle Farm was opened up to us through Neville Bell, the chairman of the board, and he offered me the opportunity to come up to Eagle Farm. And I jumped at the opportunity. I couldn't believe how beautiful the area is, and we're up there on Tuesday morning at 7 a.m. and I've got about 35 people there at 7 a.m. Even during winter. And it's amazing the outlook and the whole feel of the place. We love being there. We really appreciate what the BRC has done for us to make it available.
And what sort of classes are you doing there?
We run mature age classes, where it's age 50 up. It's open to everybody, it's about keeping healthy, keeping fit, and be able to keep independent long term to be able to do this kind of stuff.
Oh, it's terrific. And how long have you been doing it for?
Since 2014. We started on the south side, but helped me to move over the north side about 3 years ago.
Oh, terrific. Yeah. And here at Doomben today on Ladies Race, so we've got the Heartfit. You've got a race today.
Yes, I was very, very chuffed to be gifted with race 8, the Heartfit handicap, so I'm pumped.
All right. Yeah. And if anyone wants to get involved on a morning there at near the Ascot House there, how do they go about doing it?
Yeah, so they can look me up at heartfit.net, or you can see us at 7 a.m. on Tuesdays. We're also in the Legends Bar on Thursday at 10:30. So we've got 2 classes actually at Eagle Farm at the moment.
All right, so no excuses. Tuesday and Thursday mornings.
Absolutely.
Well, we're less than 3 months into the new racing season, and one of the breakout performers so far has been the training partnership of Steve O'Dea and Matty Hoysted. They're striking at nearly 35% in the metropolitan area. Another double at Doomben last Saturday, and they've got good chances at Eagle Farm this weekend as well. We caught up with Steve and Matty at the trials on Tuesday.
Here with Matt Hoysted and Steve O'Dea, the hottest training combination in Queensland at the moment. So must be happy with the way the season's unrolling, Steve.
Yeah, look, things have gone really well since the start of the season. We, probably got a stable that's got a lot of sort of younger horses, in that sort of, 2 and 3 year old sort of bracket, and those horses are sort of really starting to hit their straps now. The 3 year olds coming through and that kind of thing. So it's really good and good to be getting so many wins at the metro level and that too. So.
Yeah. Matt, I guess when things are going right, they continue to go right. The photo on Saturday was a deceptive one with BRC and Tiger Heartfit. It went your way.
Yeah, you've got to take these runs when you get them, don't you? It doesn't always go that way, so definitely never begrudge taking it when it falls your way.
Steve, when you look at the horses on the books, is this the strongest collective of horses you've had since you moved to Brisbane?
Look, I think it definitely is. Look, obviously we've got huge support from Proven Thoroughbreds. He's probably makes up sort of half the horses that we have on the books, and Jamie's really stumped up the last couple of years and bought good numbers of horses, and had a lot of support too with loyal clients, and we've got a lot of clients that are sort of breed to race type people too, which is good, and these bigger sort of crops of young horses coming through, which obviously that'll just continue on. Hopefully it's really making a difference, I think.
To have a 35% metro strike rate at this point of the season, that comes down a lot to the placement of horses as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, look, that's the thing. I mean, we very much like to, as a lot of people do, like trying to really develop horses and not kind of throw them in at the deep end too quick. It's certainly no fun going to the races and getting beat, that's for sure. So, we just try and place them, to best advantage to get them to win, and for them to develop as racehorses and developing confidence. So, I think that's a really important thing.
Obviously a great start to the season, but looking further towards end of July next year, what sort of picture would you like to paint of where other things you might tick off this season?
Well, look, I think sort of with the numbers that we sort of have now, we've sort of always been around that sort of top 5 mark. If we could sort of push into the top 3, I think would be fantastic.
Well, Bart joins us now. Before we get on to this week's tips, you tipped Animo in the Cox Plate. Have you got past what happened there in the stewards' room last Saturday?
Not at all. Not at all. Another history lesson for you.
All right, here we go.
It was an unwritten law before the whip became a no-go zone. You don't want to talk about it anymore if you're a racing official. If a rider had established an arc, if he'd drawn the whip and established an arc, another rider couldn't take that arc off him. Clearly John Allen took that away from Craig Williams. If you look at the mown section, and it's about a metre and a bit wide, the first past the post comes in over that metre and brushes Animo, a colt who didn't like getting roughed up. Wind the clock back 5 or 6 years, upheld every time.
Let's get to Eagle Farm on Saturday. Another 10 races. Steve O'Dea and Matty Hoysted, we've documented them in the show today. They're absolutely flying, and you think that can continue?
Yeah, I like a couple of their runners. Stella Magic race 4. When I first looked at the form, I was thinking Rafero, the Sunshine Coast win was blistering. But Saturday form, I think, is good form, and at the odds, it's $1.85, $2.40, I think. I'm happy to go with the outsider of the two. Can't see the winner coming away from those two.
No, they look above average, both of those two. The O'Dea and Hoysted stable denied Tony Gollan the 3-year-old race last week in that deceptive photo with Tiger Heart and BRC. And you're like the same stable in the last?
Yeah, look, I think Better Get Set. Got too far back last time, finished off strongly, got away from Salatine the last 100 metres. I thought Salatine missing the start was critical, but I just like the way Better Get Set finished off. And before that, I think Hidden Hale will win race 7. 46 days between runs when placed here last time. Fast time, La Palmiere, genuinely fast, 1,000 metres. I think that effort stacks up pretty well against this opposition.
All right, keep it short, but we've got big Queensland contingents this weekend. Apache Chase, yes or no, Golden Eagle?
Got a good chance.
Okay, Incentivise, you're sticking solid Tuesday?
Absolutely. Spoke to Peter Moody this morning. He's happy with me. He said he hasn't gone ahead, but he hasn't gone backwards. That'll do me.